Old school player vibes shit. Living life from a sky view. Fine linens, lay back on the yacht cruise. Living life from a sky.
All right, started. All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of Pot with Petty. I am here with my brother Marz. We are here to talk about the top 10 old school movies that we watch continuously, no matter if they came on TV, the movie theater, whatever, we still watching them. So what's going on with you, Marz?
Man, chilling. Happy New Year to everyone in Pot with Petty Land. Happy New Year to everybody with Ill Vision Media, Marz Media, and all our homies out there, friends, family, man. I'm glad to see we're here in 2026. I'm excited to smoke with my boy on the New Year. What a better way to start off the New Year, smoking with loved ones. So we're gonna joke and we're gonna talk about our top 10 favorite movies. We're talking about replayability. We're talking about innovation. We're talking about acting. We're talking about, all categories, all genres. So can't wait to rock and roll and smoke and joke with you, bro.
All right, yeah, appreciate it. Shit. So, where you want to start off at? Top? Which we gonna start at number 10.
Yeah, we gotta go to 10. We gotta make the people wait for it. I'ma make it wait for it. Chris Brown.
Should we start smoking now or should we wait?
Let's start. Let the people know what we smoking on.
Okay, all right. Well, I got strawberry cough mixed with a little bit of Mac cake, courtesy of Ooey strain, the brand. It's out here in what's the name of this place? Area Fife, Washington. It's like 30 minutes south of Seattle. So got it from Commencement Bay. Pretty strong. I've been smoking this. Well, actually, I've been going to get this strain every week for the last 3 weeks. So shit, I can't get enough of it.
Repeat offender. So today I am smoking on Astro Boy from the Chop Shop. I don't know if it's related to Travis Scott or not, but I know it's a hybrid, mostly sativa. Good for creativity. Trying to start the new year off right, not an indica heavy. It's like 70-30.
Yeah, these two are hybrids.
So, most all hybrids nowadays, but yeah, this is my first time trying it. I picked up like 4 different strains today. So this is my first time trying it. So this is gonna be live in living color.
All right, let's toke up if I can find my lighter. Which I pretty much know where it is.
You better get one of these, bro. The lighter.
Oh no. Oh, I got it. That's the reason why I got a torch. I needed a torch for this. I can't use a regular lighter for this.
This is smooth. No cough alert. Like I like it. I had a little toke.
Yeah.
I want to say,
you know me. I'm a cough.
We know. Yeah, you got little baby lungs.
Yeah.
Smoke clean, ladies and gentlemen. He be smoking those tobacco leaves and all that stuff. I smoked out of what John smoked that one time and almost had a straight up asthma attack.
Man, dude, I get dizzy smoking these now. I'm about to stop smoking. I'm about to go to hemp wraps.
No, man, get the raw cones, man. All natural.
Oh no, I got them in the house already. I use them for when I'm in the house, but if I'm outside backwards, because I ain't trying to stuff cones, I can just roll it up and it just be out the way.
Yo, and I also, for all you smokers and stuff like that, flower, man, I highly recommend this cactus cutter. I got this for Christmas, bro. It's a grinder.
Mm-hmm.
You put your weed in, and you just, and it come out in seconds. And no more that, brother got carpal tunnel from playing Nintendo since I was 4 years old. So, nice product. Looks like Pickle Rick, but I mean it grinds like no other. So,
oh yeah. All right, so let's go to number 10. What you got for number 10?
All right, so my number 10 is probably going to surprise a lot of people. Those who know me know I'm a bit of a movie snob, but this particular movie, I've probably seen it no less than 100 times, maybe more. Every time I see it, comes on, I leave it, and that's key to being a top 10 movie. So for me, it's Half Baked, man. As a smoker, it's my favorite stoner movie, starring a young Dave Chappelle, not like legend Dave Chappelle, starring Jim Brewer. So many quotes. I think I need a backing out of me.
Yeah.
My mama, man. Horse, you want some popcorn? Makes your teeth go pop, pop, pop.
That's my shit. Yeah, that's the what. That's the what.
I got some pussy. It's classic, man. It's jokes. It's about friendship, loyalty. Everybody has their serious movies, but this one just reminds you, man, to me, like the movie is about how it makes you feel at the end of the day. I don't care about how many Oscar it wins. Like, does it make you feel something? And I loved Half Baked. I've seen it no less than 100 times. So that's my number 10.
Okay. Shit. Now my number 10 is it's a Keenan Ivory Wayans Robert Townsend film, if you remember old school.
Sucker?
I'm gonna get you, sucker. There's nothing you can go wrong. That boy OG Overgo.
Don't make me hop after you.
How do you die with all that? How do you go to the bathroom with all that shit on? Like, that's my shit.
Yeah, no, that's a classic. You can go the easy way or the hard way.
Yeah, I've seen that movie probably at least over 1,000 times. And considering it's been out since early 80s, yeah, over 1,000 times.
Think how many black icons, Keenan Ivory Wayans, Marlon Damon, Jim
Robert
Brown.
Townsend. You had Jim Brown in that shit. You had who else? A lot of the people from the old 70s black exploitation movies. It was a bunch of movies. It was a bunch of people in the movies.
Facts. I mean, it was a ton of I'm gonna get you, sucker, is a classic. If you have not checked that out, if you probably born 1990 or younger, you probably don't know much about it. But it is a classic and a foundation for a lot of the comedies that you see today was based off of that movie, and it still stands up today.
Well, yeah.
All right, so my number 9, more on the serious, but it's just, to me, probably one of the single most iconic performances in film, and he got the hardware to show for it, but it's Training Day. I love talking about whenever something comes on, you watch. Talk about quotables. All right, Jake, my nigga, I'm gonna get that money. You're gonna give me that money, Jake. Y'all will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay. Classic. You a wolf? You're a wolf. Let me hear you howl, Jake. It's a classic. You got Denzel at his absolute apex of cool. You got young Ethan Hawke. You got Snoop. You got Dre. You got a great plot, a rookie cop going to, this unique unit of drug, but you find out the guy's corrupt, but he's super suave. It's like, it's a movie that really is like about power. It's about corruption. It's about, temptation, how easy it is to justify bad behavior. And at the end of the day, you wanted him to win. You wanted him to survive. Terry Crews, I think that was Terry Crews' first movie. He was up there clapping pigeons on the roof. I love getting my shit pushed back. Oh, classics. So number 9 is Training Day for sure.
Okay. My number 9 is another funny movie. It goes back old school. Big Trouble in Little China. Kurt Russell, old Jack Burton. That's just like it got everything. It's everything in the movie that you want. Like, it's got martial arts, you got comedy, everything.
Kim Cattrall when she was young, the Raiden before Raiden began.
Right.
Classic, good pick, man. I've seen that movie definitely 100 times. I always said they need to make a Big Trouble in China video game, How fire was that be, man. I
And
don't
the
know.
crazy thing about it, with all this shit they coming out now, they bringing out like now we seeing like movies that we like. Well, we seeing video games turning into movies now.
Yeah. Well,
So
why not turn a movie to a video game and work for the
right.
thing? But I know years ago they said they were supposed to do a Big Trouble in China remake with The Rock. But I think he's on his Oscar winning
Yeah,
trip.
this Oscar run right now.
Yeah, so I think it might be too bad. I could see someone like what's my man from the Guardians of the Galaxy? He would be a good new Jack.
Oh, you talking about old boy that played
Star
the
Lord.
main character? Yeah,
Yeah,
Evans.
Sure. Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. Yeah,
Yeah, Chris Evans is Captain America.
yeah.
That. All right, so we on 8? So
yep.
This one is crazy because it's brand new. It hasn't been out a year, so to jump all the way to 8 is very impressive. But for me, it's Sinners. I went to the movies to see Sinners. I've seen it. I bought it as soon as it came on Blu-ray, and I don't buy too many Blu-rays. I've seen it at least 20, 25 times. Ryan Coogler is one of my favorite directors anyway. You know, he did Black Panther, he did Creed, did
Right.
Fruitvale Station. So he is one of my favorite directors anyway, as well as writing. And you know, I always thought Michael B. Jordan was a okay actor. My favorite role he had done was Killmonger. But I was never like, oh, this guy is, you know, like Leonardo DiCaprio as far as like leading man ability to act. But he did it like in that one, playing two distinct people with different personality and character, and the music, as for those who don't know, down in the den all about music. Music is one of my first loves. The history of music, and introduced me to I had never listened to Irish music before, but by the end of it, I was downloading some Irish music for sure. So yeah, Sinners number 8, dope. It caused a lot of talk about what's ours as a people.
Yeah.
So I like that. So my number 8, Sinners.
Okay. Shoot. Mine, wait. Jesus. Probably one of my favorite movies. I watched it 6 times in one day. And I did that back in like 2014. So, and I've done it like I watch it damn near so much now. It's ridiculous. It's probably Shawshank Redemption. That is by far one of my favorite movies of all time. Like
Andy Dufresne.
Yeah, I can't stop watching it, bro. Like I've watched it. I'm always thinking I'm about to miss something on it, so I watch it over again. Like the first time I watched it 6 times a day, and I've been watching it and I watch it so much now. Like it's been 10 years since I started, since I first learned about it, and I'm still watching that shit till to this day. So yeah, I love that movie. Every time it come on, I'm not gonna turn.
Yeah, I watched it when it first came out, and I think I was like 94, 95
Yeah.
when it first came out, and I didn't really get it because I was so young. And then I watched it again when I turned like 30, and it had so much more meaning and depth. And like once you get some age behind you, to be like, damn, all of those years stolen, all that torture that he went through, and literally crawling through shit to end up ultimate don't give up story. You talk about John Cena, don't give up. That's a Andy Dufresne, don't give
2015.
up.
So I'm glad I learned about it.
Yeah, it's a dope one. Good pick, bro. So I guess we're on to number 7. My number 7, Inglourious Bastards. I am my favorite director. I've said before is Quentin Tarantino, not because he's this great visual masterpiece. In fact, his cinematography in some cases are very limited. A lot of his best scenes are just 2 people in the room, but man, nobody writes dialogue like Quentin Tarantino. His dialogue literally elevates movies. And one of my favorite actors, Christopher Waltz, the guy who I wanted to play Dr. Doom, he's so like cold, and like to play a Nazi in one movie and then turn around and play like an abolitionist in Django. Right. And do them both convincingly is impressive. And like he's terrifying, but he's also like charming, and like You know, that's how I like my villains. I don't like my villains just loud, and I like those villains that are charming. You're almost like, damn, are they right? That's how
But then
good.
they gotta have a story to them too. Why they
Yeah,
became a villain.
yeah. You can't just be one dimensional. You got to have some depth to it.
All
And
right.
he's the only director that has 2 entries on my top 10. So Glorious
Ooh,
Bastards, my number 7.
okay. All right. We on number 6 now.
No, you got to do your number 7.
7. Okay, my 7. Ooh, it was a mixture because this is the first movie I went and saw when I was a kid, and then I have it's a toss up between Transformers '86. You remember the cartoon one?
Transformers, the movie, of course. You got the touch.
Yeah, that's my number 7. That's pretty much my all time favorite movie. For as far as like cartoon anime, that's my favorite.
That's my honorable mention. I had a sneaking suspicion you was gonna put it up there, so I went ahead and let you have it for the audience. But I'm right up there with you. Like, I think we all can say when, and it's not a spoiler. It's been out since 1986. So if you ain't seen it, that's on you. When Optimus Prime kicked the bucket, bro, I think that's the first time I cried at a movie. Man, I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh yeah, I did.
And if I watch it right now, when Optimus Prime died, bro, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah,
I'm a grown ass man. So yeah, that's a good pick. All right. So number 6, as they say in Spanish. When you're talking about pure rewatch value, it has to be number 1. It's no guns. Well, it's a little bit of guns, but no explosions. It's just quotable as hell. The original Friday, 1995, Ice Cube, Chris Tucker. Number 6, Big Worm, Ezel, Pops, Debo. There's so many names that are Felicia. There's a whole vernacular based off of that movie. So many quotables. Smokey back here taking a shit.
yeah.
Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen eating all the fried chicken, all the hog dog. How you get fired on your day off?
On your day off, yeah.
I borrow your VCR. What you got
Wait
on
a
my?
minute, wait a minute, Mama. This ain't enough. Make it enough.
Make it enough. See, I got mind control over Debo. And he come there, I'll be quiet. When he leave, I'll be talking again.
If you don't know that movie, I don't know where you were on earth when that came out. If anybody don't know that movie, that's crazy.
It made for a guy who's been born and raised not only on the East Coast but in a specific region his entire life. It made me want to get some Chucks and some khakis and be like, yo, they got it. I don't like all the drive-bys, but other than that, it looked pretty cool out there, Number 6 for me is Friday.
All right. Jesus. So I gotta go back to this one then. Fuck. My favorite comedian. I got all my black comedians. Everybody knows like Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy, all that stuff. But as far as like one of my favorite is Will Ferrell, and Anchorman is by far my number 6. Smelled like Bigfoot's dick. A dirty diaper filled with Indian food.
Sex Panther. 60% of the time it works. All the time.
All the time.
Will Ferrell arguably could have had 3 or 4 movies up there. Step Brothers, Anchorman, Talladega Nights.
Oh my God.
And he was on a streak at one point where it was, Blue, you're my boy. He was, even my dad, my grumpy old dad likes Will Ferrell movies. I used to every Christmas get him a Will Ferrell movie. He even has Elf. So if he can make my crotchety dad laugh, then he's an icon. So
I even got the semi-pro jerseys. I got the Jackie Moon jerseys, both of them, the away jersey and the home jersey. That's how much I like that movie.
That wasn't even one of his bigger movies.
Exactly.
A little bit. Yeah, no, I love Will Ferrell. That's a dope pick. So my number 5, this one it just mattered culturally. And the story was dope. It was the right time. It was a movement. I saw it in the theater 6 times, and I've seen it at home another 150 times. Um, the original Black Panther,
Ooh.
had all of us thinking we were from Wakanda, just walking around. So many quotables. Is this your king? Hey, auntie.
Yeah.
And as far as it's a shame that we lost, Chadwick Boseman so early, because in the alternate universe where he's still alive, we're probably
Right.
on Black Panther 3 by now, and it just changes the whole face. And it was something that we ain't really had. We had Blank Man and we had Meteor Man. That's pretty much it where we were growing up. So if you was a nerd like me who read comic books and loved that superhero stuff, I could be Superman for Halloween. I just look like a nigga in a Superman costume. Even the Ghostbusters, I always had to be Winston. I wanted to be Egon. So, as a Black person, you could either be something that had a covered face or a mask, or you could be a Ninja Turtle. So I super, super, super rock with Black Panther, and I wish I had something like that growing up, but it was dope, and that's my number 6. I'm sorry, my number 5. That's my number 5.
Okay. All right. So my next one, this one had Red Fox in it. This one had Richard Pryor in it, Arsenio Hall, everybody. Harlem Nights. Like by far one of the funniest movies I've ever watched. That shit. Oh my! And we should have been watching it when it came out, because we were still underage.
Yeah, no, and I didn't, because I was underage, I didn't get it back then, and then I didn't watch it for 20 years.
Yeah.
And when I became an adult, and the humor hit so differently. It was so funny. Don't you shoot that little shit no more, Video Hall, just silly. Well, I'm gonna shoot off your pinky toe. It was dope movie, and Red Fox with them big glasses.
Yeah. It's an iconic movie. And the thing to know is that most of the people in that movie are passed away. Something like a quarter of the people in that movie are passed away. You got Red Fox, Della Reese, Richard Pryor. Who else? Robin Harris was in that movie. That's the crazy thing. Robin Harris was in that movie.
They need to do a Harlem Nights 2. I don't care if it has to be on Amazon, on Netflix, and have Eddie Murphy now be the older character that Richard Pryor was, and put DC Young Fly in there, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle. Give all the great.
You gotta have Cat in there. You gotta have Cat. Everybody's got to be in that.
All the generations. Cat Williams as gangster, and make it like if that was Eddie Murphy liked to dress up, so he could put a little gray hair and make it make it 80s gangsters, or when the Harlem it's supposed to be in the 30s or something like that.
Yeah, 30s or 40s.
So make it 60s gangsters or 70s gangsters or something. But that could be dope. That could be dope.
Hell yeah. Okay, what's your next one?
So my number 4, I've seen this movie for sure. One thing that's consistent, all these movies on this list I've seen at least 100 times in some way, some shape or form. It's Goodfellas, man. Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, Samuel Jackson, low key, Martin Scorsese, bro.
Damn.
When Joe Pesci, the classic, what am I, clowning you? What am I, funny? Funny how? Yeah. Funny like a clown. This guy, oh man, I love Goodfellas. Ray Liotta, rest in peace, Ray Liotta. Classic Hollywood gangster, but I've seen it a million times. And Goodfellas is my number 4.
Okay. Well, my number 4 is a toss up. It's between two, and it's funny you said you said that movie because I was stuck between Casino and Scarface.
Mm.
Those are two. I was stuck between them two because Scarface I got on DVD, I got it on Blu-ray, I bought it on fucking Amazon. Like yeah, like it's one of the movies that like I can't get enough of. And in Casino, I still watch that. I watched that 2 days ago.
Yeah, both of them classic. Remember back in the day when they would do cribs that everybody would show their DVD collection? They'd be like, Scarface. You gotta have Scarface. And I used to, and by the way, the Scarface video game, it are you old classic video game collectors, I believe it was on PS2.
Mm-hmm.
Scarface, the video game. Face looked like a computer this month. Great movie, great pick. And Casino. Both of them, great. But sometimes you just gotta like that gangster shit. Sometimes.
Next one.
So number 3, 1999. I was a sophomore at Norfolk State University. I remember I was in my dorm. My roommate at the time, the student named Jamal. Shout out Jamal, wherever you may be. He was a little strange, a little weird, if you will. And one thing about Norfolk State, shout out to the HBCU, I would not take that experience away. If you are Black, you have a Black child, I highly recommend you sending them to a HBCU because they're going to get, in my opinion, a more quality education than they're going to get anywhere else because they're not just a number. They're not just a statistic. They actually want you to succeed. So I love my 4 years at Norfolk State. But my roommate at the time, he comes home. He used to work at the Clarion Hotel across from MacArthur Mall in Norfolk. He comes to the dorm. He's like, bro, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm chilling, man. Chilling. It's Friday night. I'm just chilling. He was like, yo, let's go to the movies, man. There's this new movie coming out called The Matrix. It's crazy. So I'm like, all right. So we head up to the mall, get a couple of friends. We all get in my boy's Jeep. Shout out to African Mike. He was a African named Mike, but he had this big Jeep Cherokee. So a couple of the crew we got in there, and I had no idea. Like I wasn't like now where I watch trailers and I follow the making of. I still love movies, but I wasn't like a cinephile. So I didn't know anything about it. I didn't watch a trailer, and it blew my mind. It had me rethinking my whole life existence. I only wish that I smoked back then. Back then I didn't smoke. To be able to get high and watch The Matrix for the first time, I wish that's something.
Have you done it since? Have you done that since?
Well, you can't watch it for the first time again.
I mean, have you smoked and watched it?
Oh yeah. I only watch it high now, but for the first time, I wish I could have done that again, but it was crazy. Now I can't go through about the sequels. I really can't vouch for them, especially that one that came out like a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, classic. So that made it all the way to my number 3.
Okay. My number 3, Lord have mercy. I know you've probably seen this movie so many times, and I know I have because this is a movie we probably watched when we were kids. You beat up my face? You kicked me in the nuts. 16 Candles.
Huge classic.
You know,
Molly Ringwald.
You know, who didn't have a crush on her?
Who didn't, man? I think that's why I gotta, and I never dated one. I low-key got a thing for redheads. I think all Black men do. That was more at a certain time because Ted Bundy, Molly Ringwald, there was some Jessica Rabbit. There was some redheads in the 80s. Was Punky Brewster redhead?
Yeah.
How about Topanga?
No, she was blonde. No, but Topanga was just fine. Topanga's that's different. That's a different. Oh my God, she's still fine.
Oh, absolutely.
Punky Brewster is still fine today too. But
in the words,
oh my God,
yeah, in the words of Deontay Wilder, to this day, when it comes to Topanga, she just got to say the word, and it's on.
Yeah, 16 Candles is my shit. I still watch that movie to this day. Like, it's just hilarious, especially old boy that was in the when they were dancing. And he's like, I need your underwear. And then that motherfucker went in the bathroom and showed it to everybody just for some money and shit. I was like, really? That was what high school was about in the 80s?
Yo, it wasn't like that in the 90s, but boy, I wanted it to be.
Man.
Those movies, yeah. Another movie in that vein that almost made my list, but ended up being honorable mention, of course, is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You know, it wasn't John Hughes, but Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
One of them funniest ones, yeah. That's a funny ass movie.
One, Matthew Broderick, you know, who totally murdered someone, by the way, you know, not on purpose, but
yeah,
just an interesting fun fact. All right, so my number 2 teetered for a second for number 1. Had to go back and forth, and then I had to think about it. And then overall, when it came to the criteria that I looked at, you know, replayability, rewatchability, it had to be my number 2 for me. But I've seen this movie 250 times easy. I can literally quote it right now, but it's a Pulp Fiction, man. Quentin Tarantino, masterpiece. Samuel Jackson, John Travolta's comeback, Bruce Willis, Tim Roth, Ving Rhames. The soundtrack was crazy.
Yeah,
a perfect movie. The writing, the storytelling, the way that it was shot. But yeah, Pulp Fiction, I cannot get enough of it. 30 years later, like I said, it still connects. I put it on. That's durability. I remember I was in drama class in college. I didn't take it serious. I was looking for classes where I can get an easy A. And what I didn't know is that my professor was a former Broadway actress whose career came to an end due to a car accident, which made her lose about 3.5 inches on one of her legs.
Oh,
so
shit.
She couldn't dance anymore because she had the hip hop. And she took acting very serious. So when I say I struggled in this class, because the only thing that I was good at was improv. Like,
Right.
I could do improv with the best of them. Boom. She was like, you got a talent for that. But I couldn't memorize scripts. Not because I couldn't memorize a script, but we were doing plays. Like, I didn't want to do Raisin in the Sun.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to do theater acting. You know, my acting, so we had to do a monologue. Why did my dumb ass do the whole scene from Pulp Fiction where Samuel Jackson's Jules character confronts the guys who stole the suitcase from Jules? And I'm doing both parts. Bro, that's not a monologue. That's a dialogue. My dumb ass doing both parts, hopping back and forth from the chair, but I knew I could memorize the lines. And the teacher was like, wow, you actually did a good job of that. She was like, that's not a monologue because you did both parts. She was like, and you were supposed to do something from a play, not
right.
from a movie. I was like, man, I'm not doing no Romeo, Juliet. That's not my vibe. So I ended up getting like a C out of that class, and I should have got an easy A. But I did learn that the moral of the story of this high rambling is to respect the craft, respect other people's craft. So don't take something that people love and dedicate their life to as a hobby. If you know, you need to respect the craft. So lesson learned, and shout out to all those theater who believe theater is life. But that's my number 2. What's yours?
Okay, my number 2. Whew, I was thinking about this last night because I was like, what's a movie that I can turn on right now and watch and be so fully like into it? Like, I'm like put my chair right in front of the TV and watch that motherfucker still to this day with a blunt and maybe a glass of wine. and for me, it's The Longest Goodnight
Mm.
with Samuel L. Jackson and Gina Davis. That's
Charlie Baltimore, another redhead that was doing some things.
mm-hmm.
Another redhead for sure. Gina Davis back in the day. Let me tell you, took it down.
Yeah. But then that movie is just iconic, bro. It's just I don't know. It's something about it. Like when I first saw it, I started watching it honestly when I went to go visit my pops back in the day. This was like early 2000s. I went to go visit my pops in Mississippi, and he had an old school VHS with like this one movie. It was like a old school Japanese anime called Crying Freeman, and then the next movie after that was Long Kiss Goodnight. And I always kept it right there at the part where Crying Freeman's going off to watch Long Kiss Goodnight. And I did that shit for like 3 weeks straight. I watched that movie every night, bro. And it's just, to me, it's an iconic movie. Like one of my favorites.
Black Man survived, man. One of the first movies where the black man survived. And you know, I'm a huge Samuel Jackson fan, so that's a hey, we both had Samuel Jackson in our number 2. That's crazy, right?
He's been in hella movies.
Been in hella movies. It's probably been in a couple of these.
Yeah.
And, my number 1 of all time for me, like I said, I'm a comic book nerd. I love, you know, I had to have one Marvel movie up here. You know, there's probably a couple others I could have made the list. Winter Soldier for sure. Avengers Infinity War, Endgame for sure, but I had to go with the one that had the most impact on me and the one I've watched the most, which is Black Panther. So it's the same goes for my number 1. I've seen this movie more than any movie I've ever seen. I've seen it in the theater 10, 15 times. I can quote the entire movie. Probably the most imitated character of the last 25 years. But The Dark Knight, man. The Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan, another phenomenal director. Heath Ledger as the Joker, the coolest Joker that we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Had everybody talking like this. Oh, what's so serious? You know, Michael J. White. Why don't I just kill you where you stand? Of course, Christian Bale, you know, where is she? Where is she? Gary Oldman, another one of my favorite actors, is Jim Gordon. Aaron Eckhart with the classic, you either die hero, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Morgan Freeman being the most Morgan of Morgan Freemans that he's ever been. It was dope. It was shot one of the first movies where they used IMAX as like for major scenes. Now it's standard, but back then, you know, this Gotham didn't feel like some faraway town. It felt like a place that you could get on a Greyhound and go to.
Right.
You know, the city was just as much a character as the Joker or Bruce Wayne was. The chaos, Heath Ledger, like some of those scenes where he had the people hostage and he just like, look at me. You know, he was like legitimately scary, but twitching. And you know, it was just as dynamic as Jack Nicholson, but it was different. And he looked grungy, but also like a genius in the Glasgow scar. And then, you know, Batman that was in his prime. You know, a lot of times they give you the old Batman but this was like a Batman in his prime. It was dope. And I've seen it, like I said, probably 250, 300 times. So my number 1 movie of all time, number 1 replayability, Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. That's my number 1 movie.
Ooh, okay. Well, before I go to my number 1, my honorable mention would probably be Golden Child, of course. But you know, number 1 for me is probably I got hooked in this movie many years ago, and I still watch it to this day. Like, and I think matter of fact, I watched it yesterday. Like, literally sat right in front of the TV and just watched it. Nicolas Cage, Jared Leto, I forgot who else is in it. Lord of War.
Oh, Jonah Hill.
Yeah. Is Jonah Hill in it?
I think Jonah Hill is in it.
No. This movie came out like early 2000s. It's Nicolas Cage. He's a gun runner.
It wasn't he selling guns illegally?
Yeah. Yeah.
Check it out. Maybe he was Jonah Hill was in a similar movie.
No, that was Jared Leto.
Yeah, I know Jared Leto.
Yeah. And then you got Ethan Hawke was in it, I believe, because he was the cop. And then what was the black guy's name? He was the president of Africa or Sierra Leone. I forgot his name. He's been in hella movies too. That is by far one of my favorite movies. Like I went to my friend's house back in the day in the Bay Area and went to his house and he was like, bro, we got to watch this movie. And it just so happened, it was like 7 other people over there waiting to watch this movie. And I'm like, what's going on? So he put it on and I watched it. It was like 2.5 hours long, Lord of War. And I watched it. After that, I went to Blockbusters. I think Blockbuster was still open in the Bay. And I went to Blockbuster and bought it on DVD. And I've been watching it ever since. That's probably my favorite movie to watch. That is my favorite movie to watch. I have it right now in my PlayStation. So yeah, my favorite.
Nicolas Cage is always surprised in his movies. Yeah.
Sure enough, he done some. I mean, sure enough, I can say Gone in 60 Seconds is one of my favorites. But that Lord of War was just something different. It was just he had 16 different personalities, selling guns to everybody in the world, and can't be touched. It was just crazy. And then at the cost of he losing his family, losing his wife, all of that. I was like, that's super crazy.
Now, Nicolas Cage has some classics. So let's get 3 honorable mentions and 1 guilty pleasure before we wrap up. So I had 3 honorable mentions that I had to. I'm gonna just do them back to back to back. So, number 3 honorable mention that it could have definitely easily made the list, but it just didn't quite make the cut. But Step Brothers, like you said, Will Ferrell. Did we just become best friends? Step Brothers, so funny. I've laughed at it a million times. And like I said, every year I used to get my dad for Christmas a Will Ferrell movie until he had the whole collection. But Step Brothers definitely could have made it. My number 2 honorable mention that definitely could have made it was the very first John Wick. Man, shout out to Sean Wick, as a matter of fact. And shout out to Real Will as well. He's got some hot new stuff coming out very soon. But John Wick, man, as a person who for the last 15 years or so has had a pet of some sort, and our dogs are our little homies, man. So if somebody took my dream car and killed my dog and I had all them skills, yeah, best believe the Baba Ganya would go down. And I probably rock with it up to John Wick 3, and then it start getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
But John Wick is definitely my honorable mention number 2. And then my honorable mention number 1 that just didn't make the cut, but it's extremely close, was American Gangster.
Ooh.
You would think Denzel is a good guy like Malcolm X but I like Denzel as a bad guy, man. I don't know why. American Gangster was, you got Russell Crowe, Denzel, the RZA, T.I. had in that, Idris Elba, like you said, everybody. Common was in it. That's alpaca, and not to mention the American Gangster soundtrack that came with it with Jay-Z just took it over the top.
Yeah.
It was between that and Goodfellas, and ultimately I went with Goodfellas because I watched it more. But American Gangster was my number 1 as far as honorable mention. And then my guilty pleasure movie that like is kind of like embarrassing, but I love that drink. It's Good Burger, man.
Oh my god, you gonna hate mine. You go.
Yourself tomatoes, yo. I'm a dude. There was the summer of 1997. I ran the electronics booth in Target, and if you came to that Target in Hampton in 1997 during that summer, the movie that was playing was Good Burger. If it was my shift, it was Good Burger because I would throw out my ad, fling that thing out, and I had one that somebody had returned, and I would put Good Burger in and watch that junk every day and never got tired of it. So that's my guilty pleasure, Good Burger.
Oh my god. Okay, my 3 honorable mentions. Okay, starting off with Reservoir Dogs. Forever like one of my favorites, but it's not like I don't really watch that that often as I used to. My second, oh Lord Jesus, let me this okay. The Born Identity. Well, the whole series, the Born series.
Even the one with Jeremy Renner?
Huh?
Even the one with Jeremy Renner when they didn't even have
no, not that one. Not that one. No, not that one. Not that one. No. Just the originals. My third, Talladega Nights.
Hey, if you're not first, you're last.
And then my guilty pleasure. Good God, I didn't ever, and I still watch this. I even bought the video game, and it just came out. And this is an old movie. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I've never seen that. I've heard of it. I've never seen it. Sounds crazy.
Dude, it used to come up. Okay, so I'll say this. It was a cheesy movie about killer clowns coming from outer space. And they would, yeah. But how they would kill them. They would kill them and wrap them in like a cocoon of cotton candy and then drink their blood through a straw.
I mean, there's worse ways to go.
Yeah. You know, but yeah, I watched that movie. And then, I mean, it was either say that or this movie I used to watch on USA back in the day called Night of the Comet.
Night of the what?
Night of the Comet.
Commie? Like a communist?
No, the comet.
Oh, like a
comet? Yeah. Used to come on USA back in the day. Like it came. Okay, I'll say this. Remember when Raw first started back in the day?
Yeah, like 90.
Yeah, it would come on like maybe 2 or 3 hours later. Say my ass would be up in the summer, and that shit would come on at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
What was the plot?
Okay, so the plot was like it was like the Earth was like good. Then all of a sudden, a comet passed and literally evaporated almost everybody on Earth, except maybe like a handful of people. And people are trying to fight. All you see is like you walk around and there's like fucking.
I think I saw that. And it was like 5 people left or something.
Yes. Yeah.
And they would like go to the mall and it'd be completely empty. And yo, I think I seen that, man. I thought that was a dream because it came on. So one day, like Australian or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, man. I remember that movie. It was weird. Yeah.
That's like watching old school Jean-Claude Van Damme movie Cyborg. It was just like that.
Yeah. No, that ain't even guilty pleasure. I used to, up until they did that one with Dennis Rodman, I was rocking with
Van Damme.
ACBD. I think it was called Double Take or Rebound.
Yeah, that's what it was. Trash.
Yeah, it was trash. But other than that, yeah, in the early 90s, we was all trying to do that Van Damme split. I know I was. You remember I'd be in the front yard like, hiya. But that's it, man. Yeah. That's our top 10 with honorable mentions and some embarrassing secret guilty pleasures of ours. So that's a dope list, man.
Yeah.
So now that we're 49 minutes in, time for our weed review. So what do you feel about the strain you were smoking? How you feeling?
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like I'm gonna have to go smoke another one. I've smoked this all day. And I'm lit. So like I know, like for me, it's a 4.5 out of 5.
Nice.
Just because it's both of them are hybrids, but they're both indica dominant. I like indica dominant where I can just like I gotta sit down for a minute, but then I also might want to go do something later on. So like, and I'm off until tomorrow. So like, literally all I've done is smoke and play Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero.
Nice. Yeah, I've been out. I had this whole week off. So I've been chilling hard. I was at the casino. I did pretty well at the casino, so that was cool. But this for my first time having it, and I'm the opposite. I do like hybrids because I like
Right.
the effects that both give, but I usually like a sativa heavy because I like to smoke more for great. All of it kind of makes me sleepy, so I get that benefit from all weed. But uh this strain definitely good for a creator. Like I'm pretty buzzed, but I'm able to function. I feel like I actually more creative. Like I want to rap now. It makes
Right.
it makes I had been working on some music, and I've been reaching out to other producers because I didn't want to just necessarily limit it to beats I produce. So as a producer, shout out to Jay Pax. He sent me a beat pack today, and I was listening to it, and I was like, yeah, I like that. So I might have to record a little later. But it's good for creativity. It didn't give me any didn't make me hungry. Dry mouth for sure. Like I wish I had a sloater right now.
Fried mouth, yeah.
Definitely have that. But good feeling, could function. I could drive. Not that I recommend, and we recommend that you don't always be safe. But if it was an emergency, I could drive. But like I said, that's only on a couple of puffs of a raw cone. So depending on your someone yeah, he would probably need more than what I need. But if you're like,
so, yeah, because okay, so a lot of people always be looking at me like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" Like I smoke like on my days off. I say like this: on my days off, maybe about a good 7-8 years ago, I was smoking like 15 blunts a day, backwards, and now I'm smoking. I say 6 a day. Like I got 3 left of these, so yeah, 6 a day.
Yeah.
So and I can still drive and still do whatever and shit. Yeah, I'm good.
We're on different levels. If I smoked 6 of those, you would never see episode of anything coming from Marz Media. I would be in a coma. I would be like the Matrix.
You already know you was in the coma when we first smoked. When we first smoked together, you was in the coma. We were both in the coma because I passed out maybe about an hour later after.
Yeah, but I immediately went in the coma. That was the first time I realized that time is just something that our brain creates to process what's going on. Like we're 3-dimensional beings on a 4-dimensional plane. Like Petty smoked me out, and I swear I was passed out in my head at least 3 or 4 hours, but in reality it was like 15 minutes. Like I looked at my clock and I was like, nah, I lived a whole couple of lives within that thing. And my ex-wife, my wife at the time, almost assassinated John because I was fed. We're talking 30-year-old Sean. So I'm new to that. Not even 30 yet because we weren't even married. So we're talking like 29, 28 Sean, and just no. I was 30 because I
31. We were 31.
Yeah, because I just started smoking. So 31-year-old Sean, and with virgin lungs. I'm talking about I never smoked a cigarette.
Yeah, at all. And I came with California weed from California.
None of that stuff. Rolled over. I don't know if she was at work. I know we was just chilling. We was just playing.
No, she was upstairs. I think she was upstairs, laid out.
No,
she didn't go to work.
We didn't have an upstairs at that house.
Oh no. She went to the room, did she?
No, I don't think she was there. I think she was at work because she had a weird shift where she was working like 2 to 10. So we.
Oh yeah, because I caught the bus over there, didn't I?
Yeah, you caught the bus.
Yeah.
and then you rolled over, and she didn't get off till like 11 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah.
Remember, you crashed like a couple
Yeah.
of and
Yeah.
and we was just sitting there smoking, and she came, and I was like, ew. It's like,
And I'm still up functioning. And she was like, y'all both okay? I was like, he over there like this. I was like, wow. Yeah. Yeah. I get everybody starting like I got AJ high. Like I hate to say it. Like that was I should have never done that, but it needed to happen because that motherfucker had sleep apnea and that shit got rid of it for that night.
I can only imagine. He probably sounded like a young rhino. That's crazy.
Bro, it was like when me and him became roommates, that shit was loud as fuck. But then like I let him smoke with me and he was like, that shit went away. I was like, okay, if he just smoke, he'll be good. I don't know if he smokes now, but shit, he need to.
I ain't seen AJ in a decade, but shout out to AJ. But yeah, man. So let the people know what we got planned for 2026, man. So
man, shit. Are we bringing back Oh Hell No?
Yeah, man. We got. Okay. The problem is with the rights of the videos.
Yeah.
Folks at YouTube with the format that we do, they keep pinging me for these videos. So I've run some ideas of reformatting, but we want to make it sure it's right. So we definitely but we got to look at what we can do legally with showing clips versus the time, or are we going to do it more like we're reading some, and reading and reacting to like posts on TikTok or Twitter or whatever. We're going to reformat it, but it's definitely coming back. It's just rights issues with clips, and that's, hey, we're young media makers. We didn't know the legalities of taking clips and reacting to them. So, you find out the shows like American Funny on Video, when you send it in, you give them the rights to your video. So we get a ton of views, but then they ping it and be like, oh, those views goes to us because you used the clip. So we're going to reformat it, and we definitely going to bring it back. Pot with Petty is everlasting, man. Let me know, man, when you ready. I want to get some time off. I'm ready to go up to Washington, see my homies on Washington.
Well, I'm moving like 3 weeks, so 4 weeks. So yeah, I mean, shit. And Drew's out here too, so
of course,
yeah. Like all of us are out here. So I mean, like only people that's like my mom and them, they in Vegas and warm ass, hot ass Vegas right now. But yeah, like shit, anytime, bro. Shit, I'm out here. I'm off. Was it Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays? But I got PTO, so yeah, I can take that off.
We're gonna set that up. So we're gonna do a live pot with Petty, set it online. I'm gonna smoke with my boy. Hopefully we get the short man to come out. Big Gerald's out there too, right?
Yeah, Big Gerald's out here.
Yep. So get Quay. Maybe we can ultimate pot with Petty. Down in the den.
Because I had to go get that nigga. Because we had to go pick that nigga up. So he close by. He about like 10 minutes away.
I'll rent a nice Airbnb where we can maybe something with a hot tub and invite some biatches and did I say that out loud? And film out there. I don't know if it's any artists.
I got some artists. I got some artists you can meet out here. I got a couple artists out here that I know that you can meet out here. So
and maybe we'll set up some interviews. We'll do some, and then definitely Big Al and Wick are in Tampa right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we got to go to Tampa later in the year. And of course, it's the final season of Down in the Den. I've got shout out to Big Real Will Spill. He's introduced with some dope artists, and I'm doing bookings now, so we can do record, and we'll probably get those out. We're going to try to set it up for MLK Day for the comeback for the second half of the final season. And then, of course, man, just got more content coming, more music, working on ODC 2 with my man Johnny Raps. Just finished the paperwork.
That first one is that shit. Oh my God, his last album is fire.
Dope shit. Shout out some man raps. He's resting in recovery. He did a performance not too long ago. He had like messed up his knee, so he was out there. So he finally, I talked to him today. He said, "Man, I'm unplugging for a bit, but no recording, but we're gonna get right back to it." Also, they're doing another education album that that I'm gonna try to get some tracks on. Still producing. If you want to link, find me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. It's Marz_entertainment. From there, you can find my whole profile tree and you can see everything that we're doing. So give me a follow there if you're on Instagram, and that'll take you to my TikTok, everything. But Instagram is the best place to get started if you want to see what I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh, and I got to give a shout out to one person. Me and him, I found out about him. This is an artist. He's super dope. I need everybody to go check him out because he's got named in like Spotify's top 50 new artists of the year. Low Steve, LO$TEVE, like that straight out of New Orleans. He dope. Like ride to music, old school vibes. It's just yeah. That's probably my favorite artist of the last like maybe 6-8 months. You know what I'm saying? Like I found out through him on Instagram. So yeah. You know, he only had like one follow, and that was me. And then like all of a sudden, like hella people. So yeah, shout out to Low Steve. That's he's super dope. And then shout out to Big Will. We still got some real petty spills to do, and we still got some more shit to do. So, you know, he's supposed to be in here today, but I know he had to work. So yeah, shout out to Big Will.
Shout out to the homie. And Petty, I want to lend you the invite for the first episode of the second half of Down in the Den, man. We're doing our top 10 albums of 2025. So get your list together, brother. I'm inviting you on, and we'll get that out to y'all very, very soon. But for my man, King Petty, and of course your boy, Marz, aka Marlon Beardo, the Bearded Weirdo, the Celerosa Casanova, the creator of culture, and the Should Night of the podcast game. Guess we out this bitch.
Smoke weed every day.